Welcome to Company Average number 2. We are going to make some Gatorade as we just chit-chat it out a bit. Okay? Now for the record, that might be too much. That might not be enough. For the record, God damn it. For the record, the orange and blue have been mixed together. So that's why it's a funky looking green Gatorade. Gatorade, if you're listening, I can use a job. And I drink Gatorade. Like a fuck ton of it. Okay. Second bottle because Gatorade is thirsty. Now the reason why I use more in this one and less in that one was because this water bottle is full. That other bottle had water in it, and I would prefer not to mess my day up. So yeah, when I die, they're gonna find like a fuck ton of Gatorade in my blood system. Yeah, he drank a lot of Gatorade. Yes, he does. He drinks a lot of Gatorade. Gatorade is thirsty, and if I could sing, that would be great. For that deep down body thirst. Oops. Yeah, I have to sleep right now. I'm that example of that guy whose life was supposed to go completely right, but it somehow went completely wrong. And hopefully, Gatorade will see this. So if you guys like making memes, click that so that Gatorade can see it. And that way Gatorade can be thirsty for my deep down body thirst. Okay, so I have an extra bottle of water, and I'm going to tell you what's about to happen. There will be Gatorade placed in that. However, there will also be Alka-Seltzer because I'm going to need Alka-Seltzer later. And so hopefully this will work out really, really well or really, really wrong. And so, since it's a little bottle, you lose a lot less. Alright. So this is where the hard part comes in. And yes, this Alka-Seltzer is lemon flavored. I need to be fast, y'all. Oh shit. Tighten that shit. Uh-oh. It won't tighten up. Fantastic. All I need is for this bitch to explode, right? And it probably will if I don't uncap the damn thing. So, yeah, I have stomach issues. So, Alka-Seltzer. I literally went and bought 3 boxes of Alka-Seltzer today with some drawing paper, because I do draw some things. I'm going to put this on the floor so that my comic books' lives aren't in danger. 1 second. Let's see, what do I have? I have nothing. Except for my boat, it's falling in the wrong direction. So, there's one of the pictures I've drawn. It's not very impressive. Let's see if I can find you guys something a little bit more impressive. Like this. I'm debating on if I want to paint it. So it has my stage name, Echo Fan Grey Wolf, EFG, on there. I have no idea if y'all can see that. And this is my fight for MMIP, stopping the damn indigenous erasure. So I'm debating on if I want to paint it or not, just because of the simple fact that my hand has been shaking lately, and I haven't really figured out why. So I have stopped painting my pictures just out of fear that I would screw them up. So if you guys want to see more videos of me painting, let me know. I haven't done any videos about my bow and arrow, just to be on the safe side, because I don't want to shoot my bow and arrow at the camera, because I know how this shit works. I know how bad my luck is, and I know that this isn't working. So we're gonna have to swap tops. I don't know why. This top came with that bottle, but it doesn't want to stay on that bottle. This bottle isn't much better. Well, the top. But anyway. So the Gatorade's still at the bottom. The Alka-Seltzer is spaced out. Hopefully when I do that, it won't come flying out of the damn thing. But yeah, so it's kind of how I get through my nights when my stomach starts hurting. Just throw some Alka-Seltzer in the water, or Alka-Seltzer in the Gatorade, and then I just have at it. Yeah. You guys need to stay healthy. Under all circumstances, you really, really need to stay healthy. And like I said in the other video, I'm gonna have a Twinkie. And possibly an explosion if I'm not careful. But yeah. In case I decide to do a TikTok. Cut on my little golden lamp there. So, hopefully this will let you guys know I am generally an open book most of the time. And if you've been here long enough, you know that I give you 99.9. Please don't explode. I hear you popping over there. I give you 99.9 unless something really needs to be said, where the whole 1,000 is required. Okay? And that damn thing's popping. Holla, oh shit. It's too late. Don't worry, it's Gatorade. I'll look at some other too. Now I will say this. Damn it. Okay, good. It didn't play. Oh, yes it did. Damn. Damn. Okay. Sorry about that. That's a TikTok. You probably never get the video I was watching that. I'm probably prepared for almost everything. Situationally depending. That bitch is popping again. I'm gonna finish this and put this shit in this cup. I have trust issues, especially with shit that involves technology. Okay, so that's pretty much the gist of that. This is all that is left. Still Alka-Seltzer at the bottom. But I will say this. I used to do a lot of Pepto. Pepto changed my poop to a different color. I know, too much information, but 99.9, remember? I mean, I took Pepto like I was taking water. Alka-Seltzer's been a little bit easier on my stomach. Pepto, on the other hand, it took care of the pain, but then there was more pain after. But it wasn't Pepto's fault. I guess just the genetics inside my guts. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not a doctor. Just know that Pepto turned my shit black. And so, now that I've given you more information than you needed, I apologize for that. But, the more you know, the further you go. So I'm going to end the video. But I just want to make sure you guys understand something. I have chosen a hard life. In fact, let's not end the video. Let's get to the long and short of how I got here. Alright? And how I have to blow my nose because my nose is running. Me wanting to be an actor is kind of a touch and go moment. Alright? When I initially started with my life, I wanted to be an astronaut and I wanted to be a scientist. However, when I failed the 4th grade due to science, the astronaut dream was still on the table, but at school, for all you young folks, I was at school. I was in the 5th grade when the Challenger shuttle blew up. Right then and there, I decided I didn't want to be an astronaut anymore. So then I wanted to be a cop. Because it was the closest thing to being a superhero that I could get. Until unfortunate incidences in my life. I don't have a criminal record. Just get that out the way. But my siblings, the girls anyway, dated a few posthumous gentlemen. They were protected by my parental unit at every freaking turn. So that stopped me from getting into law enforcement because they do a background check and they do a thorough background check if they're really good at what they do. So the last thing I needed for them to know is Officer Williams, all of his siblings that are female, they drug dealers. That's not going to go over well when they run my background. So that didn't happen. And so at 23, I had an accident and I hurt my father because I've been doing martial arts for so long. It's second nature for me to fight first and ask questions later. And he snuck up on me. His hands went over my head. Now, thank God I didn't do what I was taught completely because I could have grabbed his wrist and threw my shoulders through his elbows, which is what I was taught to do. Reflectively, what happened was I threw an elbow and I caught him in his mouth and split his gums in the front all the way to there because of the way he had his head. Before I realized what happened, he was bleeding. He had to suffer for 2 days because it happened on a Friday. His dentist was not open on Saturday or Sunday. So come Monday, he had to go to the dentist and he had to get a root canal. And he was in pain for the whole weekend. You couldn't tell, but he was popping pain pills. And so my stepmother was like, damn, that was pretty fast. You ought to get into acting. Boom. So I started trying to get into acting. I didn't really take it seriously until I was like 24, 25, somewhere around there. Whenever the hell Millennium Studios showed up in Virginia. And so I went to Millennium Studios and they told me they don't do kung fu movies. Alright? So, as I was leaving, one of the people from there caught me at the door and said, hey, why don't you go make a movie and send it back to us? So I made a movie called Fallen Dragons. You don't know it, you ain't seen it, you probably won't see it, and if I'm lucky, I can find it and fix it and put it up on here before I die. So, I got some people who made a film. It wasn't a bad film. I just didn't have 14 people that I needed. Everything was improv. I had a different hairstyle, and only the untrained eye would not notice the hairstyle change during the film because my dumb ass forgot I was filming and got a haircut. Anyway, so I made the movie. I sent it back to them, and the movie more than likely sucked balls because they told me that it sucked, and then they said they didn't do kung fu movies. And 2 years to the day of them getting that movie, they came out with a kung fu movie called The Expendables. I was pissed because they literally looked me in the face and said, we don't do kung fu movies. So then I decided, okay, I'm just going to keep making YouTube movies. So my next movie after Fallen Dragons was Path of Ascension, which led to Guardians of the Earth. In between Guardians of the Earth and Path of Ascension, Dragon's Breath came in there. So I made Dragon's Breath. Now, all of those are movies I made for me. Also, A Clone Affair somewhere in there. There are clips on here somewhere. And if you guys want to see clips, if I can figure out how to hook my video camera to the TV so that we can play the whole thing, I'll do that. Anyway, I gotta figure that out first. But anyway, freaking so Fallen Dragons, Path of Ascension, Clone Affair. Those were like my first three. Then The Cleanup. That was for my friend Bruce. I played an agent. I don't have a copy of it, and the hard drive that we had it on, it got destroyed at his parents' house or whatever. And then after that, I did some assistance work with him filming stuff, but instead of them actually letting me be an advisor, I was just basically told to shut the fuck up. I had martial art weapons. They needed martial art weapons. It's like if I would have known that, I could have got them at the campus and we could have got them on there. Anyway, so we did that. And then the guys that was in Path of Ascension was like, but we didn't get enough screen time. I was like, yeah, y'all didn't show up enough to make the screen time. So we made up for it with Guardians of the Earth. And then I got my bro Courtney Monroe, my other bro Rodney, and my other bro Prince Octavius Brown, and then Devon, which added to the crew of Charles, J Diz, and CLS. And finally rounding it off with me. Alright? So we basically have these superpowers like the Avatar would have. You know, I was air, Charles was dirt, Chris was ice, and CLS, sorry, that is Chris. J Diz was fire. So I had to fight for leadership. I got leadership, and then it jumped me at the end. And then after that, it's pretty much over. Then when we start Guardians of the Earth, you know, we incorporated weapons so we didn't have to use that much special effects. And then Bruce got fired. So that kind of fucked everything up. The shit was done. It just needed the special effects put in. And I wish to God that he would have just told me, no, I can't do it. So Guardians of the Earth is sitting on somebody's desk in Alabama with my old computer and my old hard drive because it got stolen from Bruce when he moved to Alabama after losing his job. So it's out there. There's a movie with me in it. It's out there. I don't know who has it, and I really wish you'd give it back. But yeah, I've made videos about this shit for like the last 5 years or better, and nothing's come to my door. So I literally put my address on one of these videos, telling them to please just send it back. I don't want to press charges. I just want my movie back. You can keep the computer, Just give me the goddamn hard drive back, because I got another computer that can work with that whole setup. So just give me that. Just give me back my hard drive. I don't give two shits about the computer. That's my ex-girlfriend picture on it anyway. So just give me back my hard drive. No. Because all 7 episodes are there. And everything's done. Except for the one fight scene that got deleted by accident, but that wasn't me. Anyway, I got another offer for another acting gig for a student film. And they made me learn the 619. It's like, can you do Rey Mysterio 619? And I was like, nope, but I can learn it. Because they knew I did martial arts. And what got me that role was I went to a club down in Harrisonburg. And I talked about these nice, beautiful Asian women with see-through panties on. They basically were stripping in the club. And it was not a strip club. It was a dance club. I was at front stage, and my eyes never left them. I could tell you every detail about the underwear they were wearing and the clothes. No. They looked like they were really nice girls. Just, they unleashed their inhibitions. I do not know if they was lesbians, but I had the time of my life that night. Anyway, moving on, and thank you, young ladies. It was that story and telling them what I saw and how I just was mesmerized, and they were so beautiful. They were so fucking beautiful. And then they disappeared before the crowd came in, so I guess they went home to go study or do other things. And I was like, damn, I will never see that again as long as I'm breathing. And so it'll stay in my memory. I think even if I get clocked on the back of the head, I would probably remember that if I don't remember anything else. So they got me, and they told me, look, just go do the 619. I studied Rey Mysterio for about like 2 weeks, like all the old clips from WCW and everything else when he got to the WWE and when he first started doing the 619, and when I started watching the video game clips. I had the 619 down packed. Down packed. Practiced it, and I don't remember what my line was, but I was playing a bad guy. But I only had like one line. And got that shit down packed, and they never gave me a call back, right? So apparently they had a fight, and the two dudes that was producing the movie and starring in the movie, I was the henchman for one guy. And I just happened to break luck to find him that day. I was going to go talk to Bruce. And so I got to tell him, he was like, yeah, man, we had to scrap the movie. I was like, y'all couldn't call me? A lot was going on, man. We just didn't have time to get around to you. I was like, y'all had me practicing the 619 like on like fucking railings and shit. And I was gonna work for free. It's like, yeah, we know it's not your fault. I said, well, what happened? My homeboy girlfriend got involved and started causing problems between him and I. And that's what ruined the film. Now, I would know that years later I would have almost the same kind of problem, but I had an actress walk out on me after rehearsal, and on the day that we were supposed to get filming, she notified me that she was not going to be filming. I said, okay, cool beans. Then I was trying to scramble, but I had a ballerina, but the ballerina is not a martial artist, and she was not flexible enough for Dragon's Breath. So we just went without, and I just like improvised and put some shit in. So that's how we got here. I've been making videos and movies since like 1999, and nothing's panned out. And then if you want to see the Path of Ascension, it's 3 parts. It's on Kung Fu Havoc #1. You can go get your laugh on. You cannot see Dragon's Breath or Fallen Dragons. Anything on Kung Fu Havoc #1 is basically like tributes to Power Rangers and shit. Because I had plans on tributing Power Rangers, and then I got a girlfriend, and everything went wrong. And then I lost the girlfriend and joined the army. And now I'm one hip down and still working on my dream while working a dead-end job doing shit that I don't want to do. So yeah, chase your dreams, y'all. That being said, I'm Echo Fan Grey Wolf. Excuse me. I am Echo Fan Grey Wolf. This is Kung Fu Havoc #2. Let me pump the brakes real quick. For the new people, my government name is James Williams Jr. However, let me boost on to this real quick. Hold on, let me silence my alarm, because that's going to screw up this whole video. Even if you're a Gargoyles fan, now is not the time. So, all right, many, many years ago, Evan Almighty came to be made in Charlottesville. And my dumbass, instead of going with what I know, because I'm a truth teller, it came down to me not getting the part, but it also came down to the young casting director lady. She she approached me and she's like, "Are you like native, like all native?" Because she was native. I told her, "No, ma'am, I'm mixed native." And she's like, "Oh Lord, sorry. Let me put that down real quick." Anyway, freaking so she's like, "Are you native?" And I was like, "No, ma'am, I'm mixed native." She's like, "Well, there's they're filming some native stuff down in North Carolina or South Carolina." And my dumb ass didn't take the hint because I was stupid and I'm an honest person and I'm not full native. So I was like, okay. And she's like, you need to get down there. I was like, ma'am, I don't have a car because I literally just lost my car. Not because I didn't pay for it. It was just done. So I didn't have a car. And I quad chain caned it all over the place. So that's walking for those who are not old enough to understand what that means if you're not a Kung Fu fan. So I didn't get the part on Evan Almighty, but somebody that's in one of my films did get the part. Congratulations to her. And so, as of last year, I stopped going by my government name of James Williams Jr. and started going by the native name in which I took to myself, Echo Fang Grey Wolf. Because for 20 years, James Williams Jr. ain't got a second look at. So now I'm doing everything's Echo Fang Grey Wolf. So, that's pretty much the long and short. But if you want the side made up thing for it, the name is Echo because my ancestors' voice echo from the grave and strike like the fangs of a gray wolf. Sounds cool, right? So that's what I tell people when they ask, and then I tell them the truth. But yeah, my name is Echo Fang Grey Wolf. It's here to stay. And yes, before anybody comes at me, it is spelled just like the fucking boots. But it doesn't have the apostrophe thing in it like the boots do. So I don't think they can really come after me. But I mean, really, I'm gonna come after me for a name when it's a name, and I don't have a problem changing it to how it's actually supposed to be spelled. I just like my spelling better because it's still gonna be EFG even if I change my name to spell it the right way. But since Marvel has the TV show Echo coming out, I don't want to have to deal with that shit. But anyway, I'm Echo Fangray Wolf. This is Kung Fu Echo number 2. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you to all 259 of you. So, that being said, have a blessed night. Be seeing you.